three things you'll need to ensure your two-stroke engine is working correctly: air, fuel and an ignition source. These are also the three things you need to create a fire. Now, to ensure that this process and ratio works correctly, we need to ensure that our machine is in good working order. And to do that, we need to service it. And how can we service it free? Follow these tips. Now, in a two-stroke engine, there may be other things that need to be serviced, but typically these are the three main things. We have an air filter, a spark plug and a fuel filter. Now, these may come in various different sizes and shapes, but they all do the same job. Now, we will show you in future videos, so hit subscribe so you don't miss out on us taking apart some two-stroke engines, so you know exactly how to get to your fuel filters, your spark plugs and your air filters. So first of all, we're going to start with the spark plug. Now, this is a brand new spark plug for the purposes of the video, but typically when you take it out you want to check the end and check that the gap's correct. Now, you can find what the measurement for this gap is in your owner's manual for the machinery, or if you search the spark plug online you can actually find the guidance on, for example, the Husqvarna or NPK websites. And now that you check that gap and made sure that that's correct, you want to make sure that around the top of the spark plug is the correct colour. Typically, in a well-maintained engine, you would have a brown light colour on the top. Now, you just give this a quick scrub off with a wire brush and you're set to go. However, if you have a black or white colour at the end of your spark plug, you may have an issue. With white being that the machine is running too hot. A wet black surface means that the engine is running too lean on fuel. And a black dry surface is typically a blocked air filter. So this is just a typical air filter out of a chainsaw two-stroke engine. This one happens to be a Husqvarna engine. So what you're doing with this is you're just checking it over visually that there's no damage, no cracks, and no way that air, unfiltered, can pass through this without being filtered. So as you can see, this one again is new and has no damage. But there's ways that we can clean this without replacing it. If you have a filter that is actually in good working order, but just has some debris in it, we can actually clean that out and reuse it and save a bit of money and help the environment. So what we can actually do is get an air line and blow this out backwards out of the way the air would typically come in, blowing the debris out. Another thing we can do is if we've got a solution of water and soap liquid, we can actually put this and the fuel filter inside to soak overnight. Now, it's important that afterwards you do not tip that solution down the drain and it gets put into a container for collection, because it will contain fuel and contaminants. Now, it's the same process for the fuel filter. We're just visually checking it over, making sure that it's got no cracks, damage, or is leaking fuel straight into the engine that hasn't been filtered. As we can see, again, this was a brand new filter, so we shouldn't have any issues with this one. Now, as you can see here, I've put the air filter and the fuel filter inside of the liquid, and it literally is just washing up liquid and water, and we can give that a rinse and a soak. But what we must make sure is that we're not scrubbing it hard and causing any damage and making any holes that particles will go through. Now, of course, if these components like the spark plug or the air filter or the fuel filter are actually damaged, we do need to replace them, which means that the service will not be free. However, this is just a quick video to show you how you can service your two-stroke machinery for free, because it doesn't always need new parts, and if it's working fine, there's no reason to replace parts. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like this video if you liked it. Give us a subscribe. You can find us on internationalgreenkeepers.com, and there'll be more videos coming, so please check them out.